Welcome to team number 4. The task is basically to create a crude API for customer data for fields like customer ID, customer name, customer email, and the methods. So when we go to our API, we can start with the customer data, and so it loads Ladash and Yags, and we created here. This is where the customer ID goes. And then this is just basically the customer details. Just maybe would be like a subcategory. Then the customer name, that's the name of the customer. Then the customer's email, so that's the email address of the customer. Then we added a field of customer category. Maybe that's a new or an existent, just to categorize a new or existent customer. So yeah, that's this is where we add the command that adds. So we running from the command line. So this basically adds the customer ID, the customer details. So it's basically adds a new customer. So the function add. So on the command line add would add the customer ID, customer details, the customer name, customer email and category, and this would list all. So it will list all with reference the customer ID, and it will all list all the array of whatever is contained here. So like that will be all the customer options like the customer ID, detail, name, email, and all that. And yeah, this would be to remove a detail. So yeah, this is when you add a new customer. So adds all the details, and then add if the customer and console that and checks if the customer already exists. Else, that's like else. Then else if another loop list, like just prints all the customers. So all prints all the customer details. So it generates a list of all customers, and then this displays a particular customer. So this just checks that and displays all the customer detail. When we go to this other, so this is this is where the logic runs, and we see this throws this when the fetch is cast, so it casts this to this particular JSON file, and that's where it returns that. Then saves is just basically uh, where it saves the data at. So that's where it saves the data at. And also this is add when it adds all the customer details and all customer information and all that. And this one checks for duplicates. Just make sure that the duplicate is not we don't have duplicate data. And this is fetch cast ID. So this is the customer ID. Just fetch the customer ID, returns the customer ID and all that. So that's to display a customer. And then to de to delete a customer is just the same logic. Then checks that the customer ID, return the customer ID and save, and uh, this deletes the customer ID. So this is when the log logic, this is used to print from the terminal. So this would log you just choose the log, then you choose the options like the options from the option which we created and the allies, and that would be used by the command line to generate that. So our final after running that is this JSON file, and we see here it generates a customer ID, customer detail like a customer name like John Doe or ABC, and customer category. And then here's another second run we did, and uh, the customer there and all that information. Thank you.